I'm Madison Browne, and today I'm going to take you through some dynamic warm-up options. So the first thing we're going to go through are 3 hip mobility exercises. The first one, you're just going to be like lying down on your back. Key points are to make sure your shoulders are back on the ground. Feet are usually a little bit further than shoulder width apart, and we're trying to make sure that we're getting a stretch through our hip flexor, so our knee, our hip and our shoulder should all be in a straight line. Rotating from side to side, making sure you're getting a stretch in here. Shoulders are back, and then switch sides. And still sitting on the ground, legs straight out in front, arms will be beside, back obviously on the ground. Key points still to remain the shoulder blades back on the ground, and you're trying to kick your leg up to your hand. So getting a nice rotation through your back and obviously stretching those hips out. So this one's also known the scorpion. So it's similar to the one on your back, but you're on your stomach this time. So it's opposite arm to leg, arms nice and straight out, and crossing the back leg over to this hand. So here we go. We're going to get on the move with a couple of dynamic stretches. This is going to obviously increase your range of movement in those muscles and joints. So the first thing we're going to start off with is a knee hug. So this obviously helps with your glutes as well. So it's just one step forward, bringing your knee as close as you can up to your chest, making sure that it's possibly parallel with your shoulder, stuff like that. Take another step, hold it up, making sure your balance, your core stability is on as well. And if you really want to increase the glute stretch, try and force this knee over to the opposite shoulder, so you should be feeling that stretch really tight in your glute. Hold it for a couple of seconds and then change legs. This time we're going to do one that I'm sure all of you girls do in your general warm-up anyway before a game, but it's the normal butt flicks or butt kicks, however you want to say it. So obviously making sure that we're nice and tall, and the one key thing is to make sure your arms are moving. A lot of the times people have their arms beside them, but it's better to keep them moving. So trying to kick your heel up to your butt, keeping it nice and straight, and start off slow, and then you can generate a bit of speed. So now we're going to go on to the leg swing, something that is really simple. All you need is a wall or something to be able to lean on. I tend to use the inside leg, and this is obviously to generate a bit more hip range movement. So usually arm out the side, one on the wall, and inside leg just swinging up. Trying to increase the range of movement in your hip, and you can also get a pretty good hamstring stretch out of this as well. Back up nice and straight as well. The other slight variation is obviously 2 hands on the wall and swinging your leg across in front of you. Just make sure that you do left and right leg. So these next exercises are to increase the speed and intensity. So usually done just before you're about to hit the court, just to make sure your footwork's nice and short and sharp, making sure you're really light on your toes and landing softly on those feet. Don't land like elephants. So the first one we're going to do is just an A skip. So opposite arm to leg, obviously, knee nice and high and soft landing on your toes. So the next one is lateral shuffle or side step. So making sure that our hips are nice and square to the side, feet aren't getting too far apart, keep them nice and short and sharp, and really stay on tip of your toes. Okay, so the last one in this set to increase the intensity is karaoke. So sometimes can get a little bit foot tight, I guess. So making sure arms are nice and straight out. One foot goes in front, side, back, side, front, side, back, side. making sure that our hips are still quite facing the same way. Try not to rotate too much, make your feet do the work. The very last one is the Spider-Man. So we're going to be obviously getting a full body torso stretch, but also your hip flexors are going to be working as well, and you can get a really good stretch in this one. So pretty much lunging forward, making sure it's kind of out to the side. So out to the side, your hand's going to go down, so looking straight up, you should be feeling that stretch in there. Walk your hands forward to stretch the other leg. So there's warm-up done. Obviously there's heaps of other things you can include to get your body warm and get obviously range of movement in your joints and muscles. But obviously this is really important to do, and we do this before gym, before any training sessions, and obviously before matches, because we want to prevent injuries as much as possible, but make sure our body's really nice and warm heading into a full match or training to make sure we get the most benefit out of it.